Hello everyone and welcome back to Donut Like, Donut Read and welcome back to the month before time!
Woo! Woo!
My name is Clemens and with me is Julius the music maker.
Hey.
John.
I am the normie crusher.
And Adam.
At your service, dinosaur style.
Oh crap, I could have said normie greeter. Dang it.
And today we have an MTSU pack with dinosaurs, I hope. And we start with an offer I discovered. This is a relatively early recording. Let's see if we come back to this offer. LDE Imagine Girl. And this is Cindy's Walking with Dinosaurs.
Sweet, I love walking with dinosaurs. So
yeah.
I have high hopes for this.
And it's in the Walking with Dinosaurs section, and the only reason I found this fic is because I found the Walking with Dinosaurs section by accident. It had like 30 stories in it, and this one stood out. And you will see why soon, because there's more to this than it seems. After receiving her father's bow, a young girl named Cindy is transported to a different valley where there are still dinosaurs. There she meets Patchy and his brother and his soon-to-be maid. She must help him get to safety away from the carnivores in order to get to her, in order for her to get home. Can she ever do it to get home?
Pause.
Can she?
Pause. Hang on a second. Patchy, is his brother also supposed to be a soon-to-be mate?
I hope not.
Not even 2 minutes and we're already at incest. The Gumdrop arc is never ending.
Officially.
It has
not
been
officially.
It has been going on for longer than we've been alive.
Jesus, 65 million years ago, one dinosaur walked up to another and was like, incest is illegal, right? Humans aren't around yet, they haven't made it illegal.
Let's pretend that incest is legal for dinosaurs, of course.
Let's pretend for a second.
Hypothetically speaking.
Also, classic trope of girl with a bow and arrow. They do that so much in media, which, again, it's everywhere, so I can't really blame the author for doing it.
Yeah.
I'm happy my parents died so I can see Peter Panda. I don't know, I couldn't think of a P named dinosaur. Come back to me later.
My dad used to tell me stories about a world where dinosaurs still roam the earth. I don't believe it because dinosaurs have been extinct for a long time.
Was your dad a creationist?
About a world where dinosaurs still roam the Earth, I don't believe it because they've been extinct. Well, yeah, he's probably talking about before they went extinct, right?
Well, but she said still roam the Earth, which...
Oh, still roam the Earth.
Yeah. But then, to be fair, it was about a world... So I assume it was supposed to be another world, so the fact that there aren't any on your world, that's not really, that's not really logical. Come on.
Yeah. They could be on Mars for all we know.
Yeah.
He told me that there are some dinosaurs left in their world. I then asked him, well, if that's true, then how come I've never seen one that is alive?
Because it's not
Check
your
your
world.
mate, father.
Check up yours, woke moralist.
I can't believe it. The left wants to cancel dinosaurs. He looked at me and said,
Well, just because you haven't seen one in our world doesn't mean that you can see a dinosaur in their world. So you can go to their world, but you still won't see the dinosaurs there. I guess they're invisible.
And we have no proof that dinosaurs weren't invisible. We just have their bones. Maybe their skin is like a chameleon. And
Yeah, you know what? That's true. We cannot prove that.
They all could be like translucent from The Boys.
I took his word for it. I sure did. As a matter of fact. Well, I hope he knows what he is doing.
Wait, what is he doing?
What does he do?
I don't understand what that means.
Is he doing anything with the dinosaurs? Well, was he trying to find that place?
Maybe. I have no idea, honestly.
When my father gave me something that was once a bow that has the shape of a dinosaur egg.
What? How does that work?
How?
Is it half the half the circumference of a dinosaur egg, or is it just a full diameter of a dinosaur egg, and you gotta slingshot it?
I can't picture this in my head. I'm sorry.
This looks neat to me. I think it does.
You think?
You think?
I don't know what adjectives actually are. Does it look neat to me? I can't tell you.
What even is neat?
He then said,
This bow would help you in some way, and it was once mine when I was about your age, Cindy. But then I gave it away, but then I stole it back again. Anyway, but now I want you to have it.
Genius.
That's what he said to me. I didn't know what to say at first.
Why is it in the shape of a dinosaur egg?
Yeah, that's not very practical.
Father then said,
You know, exploring the backyard will make you understand what I just told you. I'm sure it will.
Yeah, you can find an egg in the shape of a bow.
Now we're the arrows. I'll let you decide.
I smiled and said, Okay, Dad, I shall do that right about now. Then I went outside. Well, I am interested in dinosaurs and I have been for as long as I remembered. I remembered what he said before about exploring the backyard.
1 minute ago.
Good thing I was wearing my favorite swimsuit.
In the backyard?
What?
They have a pool. That's not so unusual.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you, I live in Atlantis. I'm a mermaid, actually. Wait, no, why would I need a swimsuit if I were a mermaid? That doesn't make sense either.
My mom is Atlantis' mom and gets love letters from Adam.
I guess she just has a pool in her backyard. And when she said she was gonna explore the backyard, she just meant she was gonna jump into the pool. And
Wait,
call that
Clemens,
exploring.
Are you saying that her mom is Atlantis' mom?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is my future daughter. Stepdaughter, okay.
Oh, no.
I hope she's successful.
Stepdaughter.
It's a 2 wet piece and I have brown gym shorts underneath the bottoms.
Thank
you're
you
wearing
for
gym
that.
shorts underneath the bottom of your...
Actually, what? What? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't pretend. I don't think it's meant to make any sense.
Then I began to notice my father's bow glowing. Then a flash of gold light surrounded me as I began to spin around.
I thought this was my chance to finally become Wonder Woman, the icon of my dreams.
That would have made for a much better story.
This is like a wild ride I'm having, but when it stopped. When it was all over, I groaned. I then got my eyes wide. I have a feeling that I'm not at home anymore. I must be in a valley of some kind.
I think this was an elaborate sting operation to get that kid out of there.
Well, that was something.
It was it probably was made by an actual legitimate child, so I don't really know.
Yeah, just the usual review begging for continuance and don't review on the story.
I mean, I don't blame him. I feel like nothing interesting happened yet, but there could have been something interesting if the author had continued.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't have been good, but it would have been interesting.
Okay, now we have a different story by the same author.
Oh,
all right,
guys.
I can't wait.
This is really different.
Super different.
This is called Melissa's Dinosaur Adventure. After receiving her father's bow, her grandfather's dagger, and uncle's amulet, a young girl named Melissa has been sent to the land of dinosaurs where she helps a Pachyrhinosaurus. I'm sorry if I butchered that. She must help him in order for her to get home. Can she do it?
Wow, this is such a unique, what a novel idea.
It is pretty novel because in the last story she had a bow and now she has a dagger and an amulet, so and a bow.
What I want to
I
know.
don't know, guys. I'm getting some Noah 13 WTF vibes right now.
What I want to know is what gifts did her female relatives give her? Did her mom give her pants? Did her aunt give her a hat? Did her grandma give her a gun? I want to know.
Her female relatives are all dragon people, so the males and the females don't talk, and this is the males indoctrinating the girl with their dinosaur ideology.
She's gonna become a real tomboy. That's why she has a dagger. Because as we all remember, Dana also found daggers on the ground. So
I can't wait to meet Peter the Ploticus.
Peter the Pecky.
Peter the Ploticus.
Peter the Pecky Rhinoceros.
Patty the Pachyrhinosaurus.
This story has 2 chapters, and the first chapter is called The Adventure Has Begun. My father, grandfather, and uncle used to tell me stories about dinosaurs lots of times. They even told me about a prehistoric bird in the world of dinosaurs. That's not super unusual.
Technically,
okay.
All dinosaurs could be considered prehistoric birds in a way. You know.
That's like your argument.
I guess technically they would have to be in that specific lineage. But
Technically, they are.
Well, she agrees because she says, I would think there is.
Yeah, I sure hope there is.
My uncle even mentioned about the bird becoming friends with a dinosaur. I didn't believe him.
You also believed
that part I didn't believe.
I believed in birds, but I didn't believe birds and dinosaurs got along. That's about too much for me.
Yeah, no. Birds and dinosaurs. Which birds are dinosaurs? But birds and non-avian dinosaurs are mortal enemies, as everyone knows.
My father insisted that it would happen.
It would happen.
I guess we're going to find out. If that's possible, then how come I've never seen it? He then said...
You weren't alive. How would you know if a bird befriended a dinosaur back then?
You're not thinking 4-dimensionally. She is going to be the dinosaur.
This line of arguing is surprisingly similar to a different one we had just a story ago.
I think you're misremembering things. I don't remember any story like that.
There's no way.
Maybe.
There's no way.
I'm probably thinking about Chip Forth.
Yeah.
John, I guess you should read the dad here.
Okay, fuck.
Just because a dinosaur can't be friends with a bird in our world doesn't mean that it would happen in another world.
So it also doesn't happen in another world.
This is about the past, not whether it's happening right now or not.
Because you can't see it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. That's basically what the dad is saying. He's not a believer here.
I took his word for it. Then my uncle handed me something that was once his.
Father. The father did that.
Then my father handed me something that was once his. A bow. That's not familiar at all.
This really is like what happened in Chip Forth. That happened in Chipmunk Secret, where Elaine gave Alvin a bow. So much for our dinosaur adventure, Alvin.
Grandfather then had a turn to hand me something that was once his. A dagger. Oh, that's
And then Dave Gendo gave Alvin a knife.
Yeah.
My Uncle Cliff also handed me something that was once his. An amulet. Father then said...
This bow, along with the dagger and amulet, was once ours. When Grandfather was a bit older than you, and when Cliff was a little bit older than you, and when I about your age.
I don't know what the fuck he just said there.
Also, I like how, again, they're implying that there was a period of time when those things didn't belong to them, between the point they had them and now.
We saw them, you see. Melissa, but now we want you to have them.
I looked at them in awe. I didn't know what to say. My uncle then said...
You know, exploring the yard will help you understand. Like back in Chip Forth.
I sighed. and said, "Thanks, Uncle Cliff. I'll give it a go."
Yeah, I go to
I
the
like to
stupid
imagine that
dinosaur
she
dimension.
sighs because she's like the 15th girl to go through this iteration, and she knew this day was coming and she wasn't looking forward to
Parents
it.
Yeah, this is like Groundhog Day, but her name changes every time. It's like some
the
of the
parents are
context.
trying. Yeah, the parents are trying to break her out of the loop, so they're trying to like change the order in objects, the number of objects they give, and who gives them.
Yeah.
It's like season 3 of The Flash. I then went outside for some air. It was surely nice of my father, grandfather, and uncle to hand me their things. Maybe I'll go swimming afterwards because I'm wearing my favorite aqua swimsuit. It's 2-piece, and I'm wearing gold gym pants. At least they're not under your swim shorts this time.
That was the issue.
Yeah.
Then I began to notice my father's bow, my grandfather's dagger, and my uncle's amulet starting to glow. That's strange. What's going on? Before I had time to react, a color of silver and gold with red started to surround me and spun me around.
Maybe if I spin it the other way, I'll become Wonder Woman.
Almost. I mean, I guess she kind of has all those colors. She's missing blue, but, you know. This is like a wild ride or something.
What is this? Some kind of wild ride?
What is this? Some kind of Melissa's dinosaur adventure?
Am I truly walking with dinosaurs?
Then I landed with a thud and I groaned. I then looked up and got shocked. Oh, nice little thunderstorm going on. Okay. I see many landscapes, and not one building is here.
So many landscapes.
So many. There's a techno landscape, a rustique landscape, even a chrome landscape.
I have a strange feeling that I'm not at home anymore, because nothing looks familiar, obviously. I must be in a different, strange landscape.
Oh, really now?
Oh, really?
Well, don't say!
I think the landscape is actually serving well in her favor, because that got her the next chapter.
Yeah. This character made it farther than the last character. She learned from the Groundhog Day of the last character to do better this time around. I had a look around and noticed that there is no sign of civilization anywhere in this landscape.
So many landscapes. There's no civilization.
I'm getting Ratatouille vibes right now. At this restaurant. Over and over again.
Precisely!
Man, I love my knockoff Pixar deep cuts, I tell ya. I started to panic a bit. My heart started to beat a little faster, but I calmed down. Oh, okay.
Oh, great. How wonderful.
No drama. I hope that I can find someone who will help me. What I didn't know is that I am being watched by something.
And yet I'm telling you this right now.
This is like a choose your own adventure, but there's no actual branching path.
There's no choose. There's just the adventure.
You choose the adventure in the beginning when you choose the name of the girl.
Yeah, this one has happened to do better than the last one. I then yelped when something touched my leg. I turned around, but I saw no one, and then I heard something that was a big surprise to me.
Okay, I'm gonna take this one.
You look like you're lost or something, but from what I can tell, you seem to be looking for help.
I got my eyes wide in shock and said in surprise, "Talking bird!"
That's what I would say if I encountered a talking bird, to be fair.
Is that... Did we come across the Doofasaur?
Oh, yeah. You know, back in the Great Valley.
Back in Gimple Valley.
I then got closer to look at the bird. It almost looked like a Alexornis, one of the prehistoric birds. Then I heard another voice saying,
What's going on here? I heard you talking to someone, Alex. Oh. I've never seen a creature like that before.
It's bored already.
I got my eyes wide. And instead of like my eyes wide, or it's I got them wide. Like she has like a manual setting to make her eyes wide.
She
turns the thing.
She turns the dial on her head that makes her eyes bigger.
She has that thing from Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
They didn't
give her that item before she left.
She is a clockwork girl. It makes so much sense now.
I saw a Pachyrhinosaurus. I then said, talking Pachyrhinosaurus. Jesus.
Patty the talking Pachyrhinosaurus.
Yeah.
She's not even using questions. She's just stating, talking Pachyrhinosaurus.
Not even an exclamation
talking
point.
Mammoth. Talking Stegosaurus.
Why not even an exclamation point at the end to flavor it a little bit?
Yeah.
No, she's just taking the information in very well.
Yeah.
The Alexosaurus then asked me,
Who are you?
I stammered and said, talking Alexosaurus. No, she didn't actually say that. I'm Melissa. Who are you? How did I get here? The Pachyrhinosaurus then said,
Hey, one question at a time, Melissa. Cindy, Melissa. I'm Patchy. This is Alex.
Patchy the Pachyrhinosaurus.
Patchy the pirate.
I got confused at first. They have names? The
What?
bird named Alex and a good look at me. What? Had a good look at me. Okay. They have names? These talking creatures call themselves things?
They have
These sentient beings that can talk have names?
they know what to call themselves? It's crazy. You think that's bad? Remember the time that I did this before but didn't get this far?
The Alexornis is named Alex, and I guess if you are a human, you are named Hum.
Yeah, or Hugh. Or Manny, you know?
Yeah.
Jimbo, I gotta tell you the time I went back in time. I met two dinosaurs. One was on the ground, but one was a duck. And it changed my life.
The bird circled around me. It annoyed me a bit. Patchy was in amazement, and he asked me,
Are you really a human? Is it true that you are a human?
They know what humans are.
That you're a human? I guess
This is
her father, uncle, and grandpa were there before. I guess that's supposed to be implied because they knew about this world.
yeah. Either that or this is like a Flintstones situation where humans, mammoths, and dinosaurs all live together. You know? I replied with a giggle. I am a human. My guess is that you haven't heard of a female human before. What?
Female?
The female.
What, do they only
Actually,
think male humans existed?
I heard about the female human yesterday when a fat chipmunk told me how it's the male's job to protect the female.
He then said that I seem cool.
You seem cool.
You are a female, so therefore you are cool.
A girl's talking to me. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it's a prehistoric Discord moderator.
Oh no.
He noticed the look on my face. I seem a bit sad. He thus said that he would help me, but he won't have Scowler in the way. I got confused. Oh, same. I asked, "Who's Scowler?" He said that he's his brother. I got my eyes wide.
Man, voicing this Patchy is the easiest paycheck of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a brother.
Of course
I
you
then
didn't
asked,
know. You've known him for a few seconds. That's a nothing burger of a statement.
By any chance, you wouldn't happen to become friends with that Alexornis Would you?
Because if you did, that would mean the prophecy was true.
It means my dad's crazy and Grandpa's crazy ramblings were right.
That's the part that shocks me, and not the fact that I'm in the dinosaur world now.
Yeah, this is like priorities, right?
Yeah.
Hachi answered yes. That does answer my question. Sort of. What do you mean, sort of? He answered your question.
I guess, he could, I don't know, are they really friends? I mean, they could be lying for attention right now. I still can't really believe it. A bird befriending a dinosaur, that's preposterous.
It's insane.
I just hope he knows what he's doing. I really do. That's
know what he's doing. Doing what exactly?
You know what, though? But, this author, if you're gonna write this story, maybe delete the old one. If you're like, I'm gonna write the old story, but better and with a new character, you don't have to keep that old inferior story to this new, slightly more developed story.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we switch our gears for Sunset's New Life in the Land Before Time Dimension.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I found this one by Alita Hopper Stones. Sunset's friends have died, and she tries to commit suicide, but the spirit elements of harmony opens a portal and transforms Sunset into a long neck. What adventures await Sunset?
Wait a minute, hold on a second.
Back up. You go first, John.
The spirit elements of harmony are the My Little Ponies dead now, and that's why, and so therefore they're the spirit elements of harmony.
But the elements of harmony themselves died, and now they're just in the spirit world. They're just spirits now.
So what?
That's just a unhinged sentence, though. Her friends die. She tries to end her life, but then she gets sucked into a portal or turned into a dinosaur.
What an opening. For this
it is a My Little Pony crossover. I missed it.
It is, yeah. The author also wrote a similar but longer story with Daniela, gender-bent Danny Phantom.
In this context, I think that Sunset is referring to Sunset Shimmer, the one pony from the Equestria Girls movie.
Yes, I believe so too.
On. I don't own MLP or Land Before Time. On. If you don't like the story, then read a different one.
You could have put this in one author's note, to be honest.
They add that author's note in last minute, like, oh, this is editing. I'm just gonna put a separate one.
Yeah.
And
Chapter 1.
You start off with a mistake. If you don't like the story, then do not read.
Yeah.
It's super simple.
It's so
they did not want to name drop us.
We want those royalties. We're coming for you.
I guess if they name dropped us in 2019, we would have been in for a rude awakening.
Here we go. Sunset's friends have been killed, but before her friend's death, they give Sunset all their powers to Sunset.
Of course.
They give to Sunset all of her powers. To Sunset. We gotta make sure we know exactly who.
And Sunset got 20% of all of their lives. And thus all of their powers.
By Sunset's friends, do they mean the doppelgangers in her dimension, or just the other
I don't know.
original characters that are her friends? I don't
know. Who needs context?
Just
say, I guess her friends died. I guess something really tragic happened. I'm not gonna tell you in detail what. It's not like that would be like usually that would be an important and integral part of the character. I'm just gonna drop that here. And anyway, now she's going to Land Before Time. Hooray.
Hooray. Sunset is so depressed that she decides to jump off the highest building at Canterlot High School. But sadly, a portal opens up.
Sadly.
It reminds.
Oh no, portal! No.
It's times like this I'm reminded of the start of Platinum End. Basically, a teenager's guardian angel comes to save him, and he's like, "No, just drop me." He literally says that. and takes Sunset to the land before time dimension, but the elements of harmony tons her.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She gained many tons and she became a dinosaur.
Dinosaurs weigh tons.
That's not how you spell tons, but you know.
Tons her into a teenage long neck, as in just a long neck.
Teenage long neck.
She's just a long neck now. She has all the neck problems. Sunset comes into a cave and she stands up, but she hits her head on the cave.
That makes sense. She's big, I guess.
I guess I'll take Sunset. What the heck?
Think Sunset. She decides to find a mirror. She finds a pond. And she sees her reflection and she notices an orange tan Apatosaurus. You know, we know
that she is a orange tan Apatosaurus.
We know what we know what her color is.
Arthur, you have less than 500 words at your disposal. Don't waste your words on the mirror scene.
I'm a dinosaur, but how?
And then another guy in a fedora goes in saying, "I'm a dinosaur."
Oh, freaking sweet, a dinosaur.
No, I meant the. For reference, I was making fun of the Channel Awesome, like, I'm a dinosaur character, just a guy in a top hat and a dinosaur hat.
Oh, yeah.
Hat, mask, yell Sunset. That is when Sunset decides to become a female lone dinosaur that protects others.
That's
a lone dinosaur that protects others. I guess I understand what the author is going at, but it's a bit strange.
That's
I feel like we're missing character development here.
We're missing point A to point B.
She was about to end her life. She gets turned into a dinosaur in another dimension. Then she decides, I'm going to protect other people. That's a great story, I guess, but I feel like we're missing
rushed.
a lot here.
Yeah, it's so freaking rushed.
Maybe one of the other dinosaurs took the Mysterious Stranger perk, and she became the Mysterious Stranger. So she didn't have a choice but to become a lone dinosaur that protects others.
Well, she thought it is a female's job to protect the others.
Oh. What the I don't even want to know. Sunset travels the mysterious beyond. What? I don't. How did she not die immediately?
I mean, you can survive the mysterious beyond, I guess.
Fair enough.
I mean, they do it in the movies.
Fair enough. And grows up into an adult dinosaur of over 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't think she would last there for a longer time, because wasn't the mysterious beyond depicted as some barren wasteland, so I don't think you could stay there for too long.
And she decides to visit the Great Valley. What? How does she know what that is? How does she know what that is?
Well, keep reading.
From what other dinosaurs say about how green it is and how friendly inhabitants reside there. It's theirs. It's their valley. God damn it.
It's very green. It's very eco-friendly. It's like the Factor Battle Arena.
It runs on clean energy. Sunset travels until she finds the entrance to the Great Valley, and she enters. What a great line there. And sees a lot of dinosaurs there. Who knew? This is when she sees little foot. Different character.
She saw instead of she saw the dinosaur. She saw his foot.
Oh God. He is the little foot.
He is the little foot. I'm in small trouble. Playing with his friends when he decides to run along onto a rotting log with the log giveaway.
Hey guys, I'm doing a big giveaway this week. Today I'm giving away one bath. Whoever steps on me.
Yeah, this is the giveaway before time. Just write your name down in a cave, and if we find it in 65 million years, you are eligible to win a free car.
if the log give away, and Littlefoot starts to fall down towards the ground. Wait, what? What do you mean out?
But I thought she... Wait.
I thought this log was on, on the ground.
Okay, no, I'm stupid.
It was not...
Littlefoot decided
it was not
to
just
run
bridge.
onto the log. Okay.
And he screams his head off. That is when Sunset catches Littlefoot by his tail and sits him on the ground.
I'm surprised that he had time to scream his head off while he was, like, falling. A few meters.
His head is still falling, by the way.
Unless the log went off a really steep, like, crevice. Like, it goes really deep down. I fell for hours! Are you okay, young one?
Asked Sunset. Mind if I?
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
go ahead.
I haven't... I'm fine! But who are you, and why did you save me?
I don't know, basic human decency?
Basic
decency?
Basic pony decency.
Oh yeah. Well, he doesn't know. She can't give away the game.
She
You don't
can't.
even know
She
what a
has to
horse
say
is.
Dino decency.
She can't
Yeah.
let. She can't let every pony know. Wait, do over. Ask Littlefoot. Ask Littlefoot. Excuse me.
I'm Sunset, and I saved you because it was the right thing to do, and also you need to be careful next time.
Said Sunset.
Fair.
That is when the adults appear and sees Littlefoot looking up at Sunset. And also, minor note, when I said looking up at Sunset, I thought they were literally looking at the sunset. I don't know why. That's me problem.
Who are you?
Oh, maybe my the grandpa voice didn't come through, so
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
just mute one of us in post.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't you dare. Ask Grandma Longneck.
I'm Sunset, and I saved this little guy.
Said Sunset as she points to Littlefoot. With what? Her foot? Her head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Her
probably.
tail? Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's...
All of them.
Yeah.
All feet and the tail.
Okay, I guess Adam will be the grandma and I will be the grandpa. Thanks for saving him and welcome to the Great Valley.
Said Grandma Longneck.
Grandpa, his name is Long.
First name Long, last name Neck.
Yeah, I have a package here for Mr. Neck.
Well, yeah, this is the Neck lineage.
Mr. Neck, Mr. Long A Neck. Thanks, semicolon. Do you mid if I go eat something?
Here's a quick tip. Just ask, do you mid if I go eat something at someone else you establish that you are the alpha and they are the mid.
No, you can't go eat something. We are anti-food here.
There's Asked Sunset.
What is ours is yours. I'll even share my husband with you.
Oh, no. Said Grandma Longneck. With that, Sunset leaves and finds a tree with tree stars, and she also finds the pond, and drinks and eats the pond.
Part of the pond was
delicious.
frozen, so you know.
Yeah.
In the
Prehistoric
next,
ice cream.
she's inventing the snow cone. What does she flavor it with? Good question. Don't ask.
Don't eat the yellow
They
snow
do have
kids.
fruit in the... I do remember they were eating fruit in the show sometimes, so... I don't know, that... They might have even eaten frozen fruit at some point, or maybe I'm misremembering something. Who knows?
In the next chapter, we'll see Littlefoot be curious about Sunset. I didn't know you had
No, he won't.
I didn't know you
Yeah,
had feelings
right.
like this, Sunset.
Oh no.
I like how Sunset decided to be a lone dinosaur and then she spent her time hanging out with Grandma and Grandpa Longneck.
Yeah, then she went to where people are.
And guest says, good on Sunset to save Littlefoot. A large act of compassion.
This review reads like, someone read this story and they had nothing really positive to say about it, but they wanted to be friendly and encouraging. They're like, good that she did a decent thing that I would kind of expect her to do.
Yeah, I'd say that's just, like we said, that's just basic human decency. I wouldn't say that's a large act of compassion. That's just, what you just should be doing.
Wait a minute, hang on a second. I'm looking at this author. They have multiple sunset stories, and apparently all of them die, and that's why she goes to the new dimension. That's kind of fucked. You can just have her.
This one didn't die.
No, all of her friends from the previous dimension and then she goes to another one.
Yeah,
but,
I guess
you don't need to do that.
This plot device at the beginning, even though it barely affects the story. You'd think it would affect her character at least.
Actually, I didn't review my backstory yet, but I used to run a gaming YouTube channel with some other guys. They all died, so I decided to change genre, and now I'm a fanfic riffer.
Well, you went to the fanfic riffing dimension. That's where we live.
In the city of FF.net.
You just fell through a portal. Just sort of fell through a portal, and then you were in the real world, just like Ryder.
Well, you see, I used to have friends in Newport City, but all my friends killed themselves, so I found my way into the riffing dimension, and that's how I found y'all.
On the other side.
Okay, and before we end off with a banger, we go to the probably most generic movie title I've ever seen. This is a fic for the movie Dinosaur. In My DNA by Newbie 2004.
Anyone actually remember Dinosaur?
Yes, I do.
No, I fine, but no one talks about it.
The trailer was great, which is just the first few opening minutes of the movie.
Showing when did that movie come out?
Like 2000 or so, a long-ass time ago.
Yeah, so too young and never really heard about that. Though I recently heard from the Dingo Pictures documentary that apparently that was supposedly what they were actually trying to cash in on, and not The Land Before Time, which is interesting.
Wild.
Just assumed by default that it was The Land Before Time, and I guess the bootleg game that had that movie on it was clearly ripping off The Land Before Time's art style, but also, I do still believe that one character that I've mentioned, that one background character, I still think that looks like a rip-off Ducky. You can't convince me otherwise.
This is in my DNA. This is my idea of Dominion.
Dominion?
When
What?
When I look up at the stars, what? I see pictures of stories. Some sad, some joyous.
What?
The sun first peaked. Yeah, I agree. The sun first peaked and now it's just going downhill.
The sun used to be cool.
Out from behind the mountains at 6. My night vision was not the best, but I could see better than a human.
Oh?
What is this creature?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, this is supposed to be... Wait a minute. Hang on a second. If they're a Dominion, they mean Jurassic Park Dominion. This doesn't belong in this fanfiction part.
Yeah, wait, what? What?
Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Dominion. That's what they're referring to, I think.
Then why is this in the dinosaur category? What is that?
Dominion can be used in other contexts. It doesn't have to be the movie.
But it's still what? Well, no, actually, just keep on reading, I think.
Looking around from my vantage point on top of the rocks around the watering hole, I let out a sigh. I am the last of my kind and the queen of all I see.
I guess technically, if you're the last of your kind, you can give yourself whatever title you want, right?
Yeah.
That'd do.
Recently let out of a dark lab full of humans and death, I am free. Well, not really. I've been sticking around where I last saw my former Alpha Owen Grady and the red-headed one.
No, wait a minute. It's blue. It's the raptor that.
Yeah, so you were right. This is Jurassic Park. which I was gonna ask if this was a dinosaur fanfic. Like, as far as I'm aware, that movie is just about, like, dinosaurs and not genetic labs and shit. So, weird.
Yeah. I stayed within 5 miles of Lockwood Mansion.
I know what a mansion is.
But food was scarce, so I wasn't sure if I could stay much longer. My blue strips running down my sides were torn with gashes and bled for time to time. I had swam in the lake to wash the blood off and licked at my gashes every so often to keep them clean. Being a raptor for which Jurassic World and raised in captivity, I had never really been left to take care of myself. What are we? Are we some kind of Jurassic World here?
Well, it's
I'm a Jurassic Man in the Jurassic World.
What is this? Some kind of Jurassic Park here?
The couple times I did get cuts, I was tranquilized and woke up with some foul smell sort on them. Once I had some sort my web over them, I got yelled at by the humans from a safe distance if I chewed on it. I guess he's talking about chewing at his bandages, but
yeah.
I didn't know much about cuts and stuff, and my siblings were dead, so they couldn't teach me what they knew. I decided to jump into the lake, but I was transported into My Little Pony.
Yeah, that's the crossover we need to see.
Oh, yeah.
That'd actually be kind of funny, though. A story about, like, a dinosaur from, like, a different dimension jumping into My Little Pony and then just hanging out with these horses. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of sweet.
Sometimes I would run circles around the lake or sneak as close to the mansion as I could. Around the mansion I could smell Owen, Redrun, and a smaller version of both of them, a girl but not theirs. Not over there.
It's over there. And Fervence, I think that little girl is a clone. I think that decided to just let all the dinosaurs out in the previous movie.
Wow.
Oh, I just saw that it was published on February 14, so I assume the author got on his Valentine's date, had great sex, and never thought about fanfiction again.
That's usually what happens once you have sex. You stop writing because it's so much fun. Every great author was a virgin. I mean...
the virgin author versus the chat reader.
Well, you know, that's why in those memes with the, like, 2 Qs, it's always, like, sex and book, you know? If you go to the sex queue, you can't do book anymore.
Yeah, and finally we leave the safe havens of FF.net for the wild land of Wattpad.
Yeah, the mysterious beyond of the internet. Yeah, we've been saving the best for last. This is The Land Before Time. This is just The Land Before Time. It's just the original movie, so this is gonna be fun.
The novelization. Finally.
Yeah, the novelization.
Hooray.
Interesting choice of cover. I didn't know there were humans in The Land Before Time. But, you know, maybe this is kind of a reinterpretation of sorts. Maybe that's Sarah, but she's drawn as a human. It's like a humanoid, Land Before Time. You know, she's not Sarah, now she's Sarah.
The mirror that makes dinosaurs appear as humans.
I have some thoughts on this, but first let's get to the summary, the blurb first.
Yeah, so this was written by Emma Yuku. Before he dies, Valetta's father tells the young Britannian girl to go to India, where food is plentiful and she can start life anew.
Okay, so here's the thing. That Valletta is specifically from Code Geass, where everyone where for reference, Britons are called Britannians here. Then all of a sudden, there's the tag Eureka 7, which coincidentally is another war anime about fighting wars in robots. Full Metal Alchemist, for some reason.
Sure, why not?
But Metabots, which is like another.
Remember Metabots?
A toy robot. I don't know. I don't remember this one. I don't remember much about this one. It's some kind of
It was on when I was a kid, so I was old.
Another robot anime. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then there's One Piece, which then again there are cyborgs and stuff. So sticking with the robot theme. But then there's Sayuki, which, as far as I can tell, is anime Journey to the West. If everyone was hot anime boys.
Wow.
All of a sudden, I'm just imagining Littlefoot wearing Luffy's clothes, having eaten the gum fruit.
Oh God!
Oh no! His neck can become even longer,
and he will command the Great Valley to die. Literally, the beginning of every arc of the show, of the season or series, starts with Lelouch commanding a bunch of people to kill themselves.
Okay.
So let's get into this. This has to be good, right? So, Chapter 1, The Birth of Villetta. One night, long, 3 huge figures stood in a gentle rain, waiting patiently by a lonely cottage. Raindrops splashed against tourists who sailed to Aurora, which glistened when a bolt of lightning zigzagged across the sky.
Ooh, these raindrops keep falling on my head.
They're really trying to set the stage, at least. You get look at all those adjectives they're unpacking.
Only one pregnant woman was still whole. The other ones were all sawed in half, I guess.
All the other pregnant women were
big magic show.
All the pregnant women were sawed in half, I guess. Yeah.
That's how you give birth. You get sawed in half. They pull the baby out.
I mean, then again, the first birthing instruments were literally chainsaws.
That's how that magic trick was. That's why that was developed, to make birth easier. And the 2 Britannians were guarding her. As the older, wrinkled Britannians looked on, their son nudged his wife's belly gently with his head.
What?
It was taking such a long time to hatch that they were worried.
What? Excuse me,
What?
Sir.
So the belly is like an egg now that it has to hatch. The baby pops out like it's some sort of xenomorph.
Are they all walking, talking dinosaurs?
About to be a beautiful dino. Then Kree's gonna show up with a hammer and is like, "Oh, it's a bit overdue. I can help it along."
Wait, what? Who's Kree again?
The Dingo Pictures dinosaur movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Suddenly it bounced and rocked, and the 2 Britannians smiled. So, wait, it bounced and rocked? Is it really an egg? Is that really what's happening here?
It's hard to tell.
What is going on?
The belly is the egg.
And the 2 Britannians smiled. But the unborn child didn't come.
Because it was still unborn. Yeah.
It is a hard birth,
murmured its father.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yes. It's a hard birth, man.
Yeah,
Them's the facts. That's just how it be.
I really can't imagine this, because this would be total character assassination, like Adam standing in the delivery room and just going, "Oh, it's a hard birth. It's so hard for me."
Oh, wow.
But I can't really imagine that, because that would be so out of character.
As if in agreement, a flash of lightning cracked across the sky and a crash of thunder shook the air. The pregnant woman bounced again. Boing.
Boing.
And again.
Boing. Boing.
Did this offer download a Gary's mod thing with pregnancy, and the models were bouncing all over the place, and he was like,
"Yeah, she's
that
like
seems accurate."
It's like. Then she lurched clear out of the bed, rolling down the sloping mound that surrounded the bed, and wobbled to a stop by a floor.
What?
The sloping mound surrounded the bed? What kind of house are we in? Is there there's just a mound in this house, I guess.
A mound of
And there's multiple floors that she rolled by, I guess. Anyway, Anyway, this is where it gets weird. Suddenly, a vicious serial killer leapt in the house.
What?
What is happening here?
Into the house, mind you, in the house. He was already in there. He was just hiding in the closet or something.
Yeah, he takes off his disguise and says, "You fools, I'm from the Fire Nation."
You insolent fools!
Fire
I'm
Lord.
I'm a sharp tooth!
Oh, I thought he was gonna say, "I'm going to Jeff will kill you."
Joke's on you, I'm the Full Metal Alchemist. I'm going to turn you into a robot.
Joke's on you, I am the coach, yes.
you fool, I already collected all 5 pieces of the land before time.
Joke's on you, I've already been to the West.
He cruelly tried to kill a woman and her unborn child, but her husband was faster.
An unrelated woman.
Yeah. I mean, there were multiple women. It was one of the women that were not in one piece. With one sword, cut the serial killer's head off.
What?
The Britannians rushed over to it. In despair, the father nudged his wife's belly once more.
Is the baby dead now?
Wait a minute.
Too?
So the mom's head
would
is just cut off now? What? I don't get it.
No, but the serial killer's head got cut off. Not the.
Sorry.
It said the husband was faster, so.
I mean, the mom was bouncing all over the place. That can't be good.
Well, I guess the mother is not dead, but you know, he stepped. He cut his face into her belly, and now the baby's missing a left arm.
What do you mean you lost the baby? Go find it.
He thought. Suddenly, a loud bump made a pregnant woman sit in bed, screaming and screaming. Her eyes were wide open. There's so many women in this house that are just pregnant, I guess. They go the O'Hara Hospital, where one of the doctors who helps women with her childbirth informs her.
So they have hospitals but still attempted a home birth? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, we're gonna wait until the baby comes and then we're gonna go to the hospital.
Genius plan.
Finally, a cute little head appeared. It was a perfect baby girl.
Hooray.
The little baby looked around, bewildered. Her parents cooed at her gently, and she looked up.
Coo, coo.
As her father lowered As her father lowered his head, she shied away. He just unfurled his finger and ticking her, which made her a loving laugh.
I don't like that. Any of that.
You're really ticking me off, Arthur.
You Villain, you face the tick.
Why? She's just so adorable. She's gonna inherit my dagger one day.
It's all connected now.
Said the
Valetta's Dinosaur Adventure.
The newest dinosaur adventures in the newest land before our time.
What will you call her?
The father took his baby lovingly in his arms and swung her high in the air and onto his chest.
That's her neck snapped. You can't do that to a newborn baby.
The baby snuggled warmly against his heart, making a bleating sound, remarkably like Papa.
Yeah, because babies that are like 30 minutes old are already kind of starting to talk.
This is like the baby from Sonic High School. Started talking that moment it was born.
Don't remind me.
I will call her Villetta.
He said.
And the wife doesn't get an option, I guess.
Villetta!
Echoed grandmother, nodding her head.
A good name.
A
Oh no,
curious,
Becker's back.
guys, a curious bunch of doctors had surrounded the proud parents and grandparents.
Holy shit, is that a
nodding
baby?
to each other in approval.
Oh yes, American baby. Yes.
It's the Dr. Hive Mind from Dark/Ness.
Oh, God.
Stand back! No, you stand back!
Yeah, they are pushing each other out of the way so they can be the one to whip up the birth certificate.
As far as any of them knew, this baby would be the last Britannian born in the area, and they looked up at her with interest.
They were really tiny doctors.
Yes! They said, whispering and gossiping with each other. It is a good name for the last Britannian, Villetta.
And thus Lelouch was never born in this timeline.
Yeah, if you go to medical school, half the time you learn medicine, the other time you learn how to gossip.
And then, if you go to the next chapter, which goes from chapter 1 to chapter 9...
In India.
In India.
In India. So... F... G...
Family Guy?
No,
You
think
think
about that.
that's bad? Remember the time my wife started bouncing?
Remember the time I cut that serial killer's head off, Lois? Freaking sweet, man! That's not what it sounds like.
I can't wait for Family Month where we every donut has to be Peter Griffin at least once.
It's
This
our
is worse than the time when we read My Life with Tales.
Yeah. So what did that have to do with Land Before Time, by the way?
absolutely nothing.
There was a child born at the beginning of The Land Before Time, and they gave him a name. And that's about the only parallel I can come up with.
Furthermore, why are all the other tags here? Are we going to go on a journey to the west with the Full Metal Alchemist to code chaos the robots? In Bollywood?
Maybe that was gonna be the plan. Maybe all of these other franchises would have showed up at one point. To be fair, The Land Before Time is probably the one I can see the least being in the story,
And
like crossing over.
but that's where the One Piece is.
But then again, it could just be that all of the characters' friends die and then she just falls into the portal to the Land Before Time world.
That'd be a great punchline.
We all know India's famous for their portals to the Land Before Time world.
Oh,
They're all over the place there.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason why I went there.
It's wild because most portals from other dimensions lead to New York. Like, if movies have taught us anything, every portal goes to New York City.
Yeah.
Or Station Square.
Except for a He-Man.
So let me get this straight. I'm in a land before time. I have to get to the Great Valley.
I have to find the One Piece with this monkey boy.
So let me get this straight. He is the Sharp Tooth.
Oh, those are little with mysterious powers. He has Gios. He made a contract with the girl with green hair.
Oh god.
In utero.
Now it all makes sense.
It all
No
makes
more
sense.
questions.
No.
We've solved it.
We figured it out, everyone.
Land Before Time lore solved.
Eureka! Eureka! No, I'm not doing that 7
Mysterious
times.
Littlefoot solved.
Yeah, so we are kind of in a Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Speaking of, though, I did look it up. There's apparently going to be another Jurassic World movie. I'm not kidding. Why is that
Sure,
happening?
Why not? Why not? Just make more franchise movies forever.
Hooray! I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Anyway, if you don't want to end up like the serial killer, don't contact any of the authors we cover.
Yeah. And, so, if you do, we will kill your friends so you'll jump in a portal?
Oh, that's dark. I don't want to hurt them that badly. They shouldn't do it, though.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, sure. Right. Anyways.
Yeah, we have a Discord and a Tumblr link below right next to a Google form where you can submit your requests for us to maybe cover.
And always remember, if you do not like, then do not read. Bye.
Bye.
Later.